it's out that we ain't scared no more. Seen so many things, so nothing's new to me. Believed so many dreams, nothing's true to me. Well, I had my last drink so many times that I went and tried so many chemicals I can't get high. And I lost so many years, but they still go by. Shed so many tears that I just don't cry. Stole so many things that I can't get back. And I drove so many vehicles.
Okay, I don't know if this would be considered a vlog or what, but I go through a lot of tapes because to put up on my YouTube. So I figured I'd throw some ideas or some thoughts on tape on stuff as I go through it, and even some stuff I can't put on my YouTube. So I just watched a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla match of Bryan Danielson against Roddrick Strong from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, July 2010. A show called Seven, and man, what a match. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You think he's doing good now. I never seen Bryan Danielson. I don't even know why I call him that, just because everybody else does, because I never seen a match of him under that name. I used to watch all his indie matches. I used to watch him back then. I hadn't seen a match from back then in a while, so I threw it in because I ran across one of the discs looking for stuff to throw on my YouTube. I don't know if I'll do this. I don't even know if I'll post this, but it was just an idea I had because I'm always throwing tapes in to see what's on them or whatever. And if I run across something interesting, say it sucks or it's good, maybe I'll throw thoughts on it and throw it on here. And some people might consider that a vlog, I guess. Have a good one. Oh, and while you're at it, the next match is Chris Hero and Davey Richards. same event, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I don't know if you ever watched Chris Hero back in 2010 or Davey Richards back in 2010. Those that are just getting into other stuff other than WWE now that AEW come around. Indies back in 2010 and that time period around then were way better than anything the Young Bucks or any of them are doing now. May be unpopular, but it's true. But yeah, Brandon Cutler's out there now fighting the Young Bucks. A lot of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla AEW fans would like, because it's basically AEW in a smaller venue when they were younger. I think there's a street fight. Generico. Alright, anyway, number 2 really good matches. I hate the silly stuff that Pro Wrestling Guerrilla does, that AEW does now, but they also had some really kick-ass matches. Bryan Danielson at this time was so good, and so was Chris Hero. Chris Hero, man, never got a spot because he got out of shape, and Vince would never give him a chance because he got too big. But man, one of the best work is, if you don't know Chris Hero, go watch some Chris Hero matches. Go watch when a Hero Matt Punk and CM Punk against Chris Hero, their whole feud, 1 hour matches, 1.5 hour matches back in 2001, 2002, IWA Mid-South. The stuff they're doing today isn't revolutionary. People just weren't watching. I was watching. 2001, 2002. This is 20 years ago. CM Punk, Colt Cabana. Colt got kind of silly, but Colt was good in his time. And Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, El Generico, Kevin Steen. I know them guys. I don't know whatever they are in WWF now. I don't even know WWE. I don't know. I don't watch it. But in the independents, Adam Cole in the IWA. I remember when he started. All them guys. Do yourself a favor, check some of that stuff out. Have a good one. Alright, so I just finished watching that last match. It was the Young Bucks against El Generico and Paul London against the Cutler brothers, Brandon Cutler and Neil Diamond Cutler. It's funny seeing Brandon Cutler with long, straightened hair. He just looks so funny. I hadn't seen him like that in a long time. And it was a guerrilla street fight. So it was basically a street fight, brawling all over weapons and everything. Generico gets cut open, I think, legit. Under the mask, he's bleeding through the mask really bad. He kept looking at it like he was worried. Kept feeling it. Bleeding right through the mask like he wasn't supposed to. It was a brawl. I watched a little bit before that of another Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show. And the one thing I noticed, I don't like the Young Bucks. Good athletes, but I'm not into the spot fest. They no psychology, no selling stuff. I think they're total douchebags, and it's not an act. They're just douchebags. I don't like how they mock veterans and people that come before them, and they mock the business, and they make a living at, and they don't really learn. They just learn new flips rather than learn their business. But anyway, the other disc they fought the American Wolves, Eddie Edwards, and the American Wolves. But it showed that they were the vets, and they forced them to have a different match than what the Bucks usually have, and it actually wasn't a bad match. The Bucks still sucked in it and didn't sell, but they kind of forced them to do some stuff outside their box, where I think now that they're the vets, they control the matches, and people look at them as the vets and listen to them and follow them, and I think that's a big problem with them, at least in my eyes, and why I don't like them. Where when they were younger, they had to listen at times and had to they get outpowered by people or outridden by people, where they'd be like, fuck you, yeah, just know what we want. And I think that's what they're missing in the AEW. I think them and Omega too, but not to the extent of them, need somebody to say, no, don't do that, and no, only go this far, not this far. They need limits, and you can do a little bit of that, but you're going too far, and okay, enough's enough. And I know people disagree with me, hate me on it, but there's gonna be a lot we disagree on. I'm old school, and whatever. But check out Pro Wrestling Guerrilla if you're into that stuff. If you're into the flippy stuff, you'll love Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. They invented it. They didn't invent it, but they were doing it long before it. AEW. Tony Khan just put AEW on national TV is basically all he did. I've been saying that since the beginning. But AEW had everybody. Add NXT to AEW, and a lot of insane matches on there. Especially back then, and that was years ago. Check it out.
Been broke so many times and I'm starting to crack. Got kicked so many ways that I welcome a smack. Begged so many days I forgot to ask. And hiding for so long it's like I'm wearing a mask. Lost so many times I don't know where to begin. And lied so many times I gotta find a new sin. Been up so many nights that I forgot to sleep. Been nice my whole life but still I feel like a creep. Been praying for so long that I'm all out of hope. Been trying to hang on to the end of my rope. Been searching for so long that I'm changing my mind. Been working it so hard I don't know how to unwind. Fought so many times I don't know how to relax. Constantly confusing my delusion with facts. I effed so many times, only let her beneath. Sweating so many bullets up, I leaving my seat. I failed so many times, I be going away. Cleared so many times like I paid the DA. But just so many times I don't know how to react. Been stabbed so many times I keep the knife in my back. Walked on for so long, I guess I feel like the floor. Get the punch in the face and I